Emiliano, man, it's a big Puerto Rican crowd, but it felt like a Mexican crowd after the first round knockout, man. Just how do you feel about that kind of performance at Madison Square Garden?
We're all Latinos at the end of the day. You know, I got love for all Latinos, all my people. Anybody who supports me, I love you. You know, it doesn't matter what color you got on, but it's a beautiful thing. You know, especially I've never fought on the East Coast. My father fought here 26 years ago. You know, so history repeats itself. Same way he looked phenomenal, I look phenomenal, and I was ready for a 15-round fight. You know, I wanted to show more. I got a lot to show. My defense, my head movement, my counter punching, like you've seen tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I thought I was gonna get up, but this is my toughest opponent to date. You know, had all the experience in the world. Has done 10 rounders all day in his sleep with other fighters. He's only been knocked out once. All the 2 other losses that he has been decision. He has double my fights. So you know, I'm top ranked in 15 in the world now, and I want to continue climbing and pick up all the belts.
You know, you got a pull right hand knockout, perfect pull right hand knockout shot.
I was watching a little Floyd.
That's a little Floyd.
Little Floyd.
Definitely Floyd.
Yeah, just talk about working on it. It was mainly the Mayweather influence.
I mean, look, I saw the opportunity, I took it. My counters, like I said, it's something that we've been working on, and it showed through. So very grateful to my father and for pushing me in all my training camps. And you know, this is a quick pit stop. You know, this is a beautiful belt, but I want the WBC, I want the IBF, I want the WBO, WBA. I always said it, you know. I'm gonna be world champion. It isn't a cocky thing. Every legendary fighter knew that they were gonna be world champion before they were. So I'll say it again. I'm gonna be world champion real soon in 3 to 4 fights.
How much tougher do you want to get moving forward?
How much tougher?
Yeah. How much tougher do you want to rise to the level of the opponents moving forward?
Whoever has a belt, no matter how tough they are, you know,
You
they
want
have a
to
belt.
take that step.
100%. I'm a fighter. That's what I do. I fight. You know, so. There's nothing more to say, you know. So bring them on.
What makes you feel ready?
Definitely, I would love to get more experience. You know, the step ups. Every fight has been a step up, and you know, I'm passing these tests. So you know, definitely top rank is the best in the business, and I just want to continue to win. You know, because my father taught me how to be a winner.
Is there anything new you try to play around with a little bit tonight?
I mean,
that
I
right?
was trying to
that
show
right
it.
new?
I was trying to show it. I mean, a lot of my knockouts have came with my left hand. I mean, tonight was a right hand. I'm very proud that we're not rushing. We were ready for, like I said, 15 rounds, and you know, I've got a very fast knockout in Miami. I think it was around 40 seconds around like that, but I was rushing a bit and I was all over them, and you know, it was clean, fast, and precise, and that's what it's all about. I'm growing as a fighter as well.
Was that right something new though?
For sure. We're perfecting every day. I want to continue to learn. I want to continue to grow, and I want to continue to be the best fighter that I could be.
Let me just ask you that. I know that obviously you want to fight anybody. You want to fight for a world title soon, but do you want to see your son kind of rush that process, or do you want to see him kind of take his time?
Well, look, we're going to do what Top Rank wants us to do. You know what I mean? Because they know how to build champions, and once you go up, you can't go back down. So I feel that they're moving them at the correct pace, and I'm just gonna let them do their job because they've made hundreds of champions. So I'm excited for Emiliano. He's doing amazing, and we're gonna let Top Rank do their job.
You know, you've got that championship eye. Who do you think will be the last guy standing across from your son? Kind of like the Mayweather to his Pacquiao, the Spence to his Crawford. Who do you think is going to be that guy?
I don't know. I can't tell you. But all I know is that, you know, my son is the real deal. All 3 of my sons. And I'm not saying it just to say it, but it's the truth. You know, I'm just super excited for Emiliano because I know, you know, the fruits of his labor is gonna come soon, and he's looking amazing, and that's all I could say, and I'm happy, and I'm here to support him 110%.
I mean, it's kind of funny now that I think about it. You come fresh out of a Manny Pacquiao camp, but you get a knockout in your first fight since then with a Floyd Mayweather pull right hand. How does that happen? How do you come out of a Pacquiao camp?
Look, the thing is this, is when you're in love with the sport, you take a page out of everybody's book. Doesn't matter what color they are, doesn't matter what style. I try to be the best fighter that I could be. So at the end of the day, I just look to take a page out of everybody's book and put it to mine.
What was the most important thing you learned from Pacquiao, though, in these last couple months training with him?
Just his. Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. How he treats fans. How he treats the fans is amazing. You know, there's 150 people there. I learned that from my father there too. You know, I would ask my dad, like, don't you get tired of it? You know, people coming up to you and doing this. As a young kid, right? But at the end of the day, my father told me those are the people who support you, that put money in your pocket. You know, and this is true. You know, what's 5 seconds to take a picture? You know, they'll remember that for the rest of their lives. So I'm very grateful for my father, my mother, you know, all the experiences that I've had with all these legendary champions, and I'm just looking to continue to be better as a fighter.
What was your biggest takeaway training with Manny?
I think just his tenacity. His man, he's 40-some years old, still going
46.
hard. Yeah, man, 46. You know, my dad's 48. You know, so.
No, 47, but don't be 48.
Okay, all right.
Don't make me
All right, okay, 47, sorry. You know, but, you know, he's around my father's age, and he's still, that's like my dad's still fighting, you know.
He was on my undercard in LA, right?
Yeah.
In LA.
Which
Olympic
card?
Auditorium.
Crazy.
Olympic
When you
Auditorium.
fought 2003. Yeah.
So
that must have been an amazing feeling. Like all of a sudden, boom, bang, the guy's down.
I was looking for it to go. I was excited but a little disappointed as well. I wanted to show a lot. You know, I felt like this was my perfect opportunity to show everything. But you know, God is a perfect, you know, plan maker, and he already wrote it. So I'm just looking to get back in the gym, and they're gonna give me a new date, and it's hunting season, strap season.
And I thought it was so amazing afterwards when your mother's picture was up there,
She's so
and
beautiful.
you said she is so beautiful.
Yes, she
I
is.
almost cried.
She's so
I
beautiful.
said
She's the
that
best.
is-
She's the glue to the family, 100%.
Yes, she is.
I'm more scared of my mother than I am my father.
Yeah, 110%.
Yeah.
That's what you keep saying. You get it from your mom. Huh?
Yeah, that's right.
I get my good looks from my mama.
That's right.
Disappointed. You said you were disappointed. What was disappointing?
I wanted to go rounds. I wanted to get dirty. I want to get my, you know, you see the clean suit, but I want to get my hands dirty, you know? So I love to fight. I love it. I want to make the guy bleed. Yeah, I knocked him out. It was a beautiful knockout. I want to see blood. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a gladiator at the end of the day. You know, just because I wear a nice suit and I stick my hair back, you know, it doesn't mean anything. You know, but at the end of the day, if you look like a champion, walk, talk, act like a champion, you know, you're going to be a champion. So that's how I
And if you
carry
guys can
myself.
see, when he pulls back counter, he hits him, and that fool it's already going down. And Emiliano is such a savage that he was gonna try to get him right before he hit the ground, but he missed him.
It's him or me,
But
man.
he missed
We
him,
just
and I
talked about that.
I go,
We just talked about
that's
that.
a motherfucking savage, son.
It's him or me.
You're not gonna let him. Fuck no.
I wanna
And
kill
once
him.
I hurt you,
He wants
I'm
to
gonna-
take my health away, and I wanna take his health away.
Yeah, so that's what originally what it is. He wants to take our health away, but we're not going to let him do it. They're not going to let him do it. So
That's just
when we
what
see an opportunity for us to finish the fight, and that was so gangster, the way he pulled back counter, boom, and then he was about to get him right before the uppercut. I go, oh man, he's a savage just like his daddy.
Fernando, this is a small sample size, but how much of a leap was he made from the last time he split him?
Emiliano keeps on growing. Keeps on showing his pedigree, you know. Keep on showing his pedigree.
In what ways tonight? What did you see tonight that you
Today,
may not see him before?
look, today we worked on pullback counters here and there, not too often. Today he brought it back. He's over there fighting. He pulled back, boom, ran, and that's how she rolled. You know, so I'm so proud of him. I think we worked on some pullback counters before we went to the ring, right? We did before
It was
we
in my
went.
head. It was fresh in my head. So
Yeah, I threw the jab out, pullback counter, boom, ran before we.
I want a New
got
York
to the
pizza.
ring.
That's what I want right now. I'm starving right
Yeah.
now.
I'll split one
last,
with you.
Last one for me, man. Just when you talk about fighting for a title in 3 or 4 fights, right now the lineal champ is Tio. You guys have been training together. Is that?
Yeah, 100%. Look, at
you
the
know,
end of the day, Tio's an amazing fighter. I respect him a lot. You know, whether he's gonna stay at 140 pounds, that's on him. I have a great relationship with him. You know, it's just business at the end of the day. You know, I mean, he's a great fighter. He's the youngest undisputed, if I'm not mistaken. So
I think Haney actually wound up doing the full.
you know,
but
but
same
you know,
thing.
he's
Same
just
thing.
undisputed, and those are guys to look up to. But at the end of the day, in this sport, and I said it in my press conference, I'm the new era of boxing. All my favorite fighters are 30, 36, you know, 28, 30. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of new stars that are coming up, and I'm definitely one of them. So, however, the cards may fall, they fall, and you know, it's my job just to sign the contracts and fight the fights.
So never say never on that fight.
Never
You
say
and Tio?
never, never say never. You know, I respect Tio 120%. I don't want a clip to come up and you guys turning around, trashing Tio. I got nothing but love and respect for Tio. And however the deck falls, it falls. But I'm the new era of boxing, and a lot of other fighters are. And I believe that it isn't anything cocky. Every fighter who's became world champion said the same thing.
Amen.
So, you know, I believe it wholeheartedly. And, you know, I walk with God's favor. So it's definitely going to happen.
Fernando, last one from me. I'm sorry about that. When you hear him talk about wanting to engage in wars, as a father, do you want him to be in a war, or are you happy with that nuclear bomb right hand he just landed?
No. The thing is that when he says he likes to be in fights, I get it. I know exactly what he's talking about. He likes to, you know, you're fighting each other, and you guys are both throwing punches, and he's a me or you, and it's kill or be killed, because we're gladiators. That's what we are.
No,
right?
you guys are fighting hard. You're fighting hard,
Yeah.
and you hit him with one, and
then
you see it.
a little bit of a
it's like,
the
oh,
hanky-panky.
motherfucker, I got you now.
He had a
This is
lot
my
of that
friends, you know?
hanky-panky.
Yeah,
So-
you know what I mean? So the hanky-panky going, oh,
We live for that.
Sit down.
You live for that.
Sit down. So, and Emiliano, you know, he did that in this fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He pulled back counter, and this guy's already going to the ground, and he just wants to get one little, just one uppercut, and then the final one.
Yeah.
But that was enough.
Yeah.
Because that guy wasn't getting enough. But imagine, praise God that he didn't get
I
hit
wanna
with
get
that
back
shot.
in there, man. I wanna get back in there as soon as
But it's
possible.
that savage in him. That he goes, you know, you heard him. Oh, he's going down, but now hold on. Maybe let me make sure. Boom! But he didn't get him.
You get a
But
flashback.
He's
You get a
happy.
flashback. You get a flashback.
That's why I ask, you know.
Yeah,
But congrats on the
Thank you,
win.
my brother.
You're
I
the
appreciate
truth.
it.
You're the truth, for real.
No,
And it was Fitz
absolutely.
Vanderpool. That was the one you
Fitz,
2003.
Fitz
Pullback?
boom, boom.
There you go.
That
Man,
was
you're
the
a
one-
boxing encyclopedia, bro.
Yeah, he really is.
I love that.
That was one of the first ones I watched. HBO.
Wow.
Man. Yeah,
Love
it
that
was so
HBO
bad.
days.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Thank you guys. I
Appreciate you guys,
it.
man.
Thank you so
I was
much.